Hi, welcome to my review for Dragon Ball Warcraft 64. Wrong source material. We're gonna just do a review about Avengers Infinity War. How's everyone doing tonight? You guys really need to start communicating with me. We're doing a live stream for this special event. I am going to be doing reviews for all the Marvel movies eventually. Avengers Infinity War. What can I say about it? Well, I'm going to start talking in like 15 seconds. Whenever we get to the minute, stop eating the blanks. So, wow. That's the whole review. Wow. You can't talk about Avengers Infinity War without spoiling anything. So, it's directed by the Russo brothers. If you don't know who those are, they directed a few other Marvel gems. Pun intended. Who is it played by? Who are the actors? Well, everybody who's ever been in a Marvel movie the last 10 years. Almost everybody. Almost everybody. Quite a few that's left out. Now, I do want to state that, and I still haven't gotten to the technical review, so just hi whoever's just joined. I do want to state that there is one thing that I am going to say that isn't much of a spoiler. It's a thing that actually annoys me. And the only way to get information out of this is if you go and you read a comic. And me personally, I don't read comics. I enjoy live actionness that it is, what it is, whatever it is on the screen. So the thing that annoyed me about this movie is, hello, John Shanta. I thought you were making your own movies. What are you doing here? Thank you for coming. I haven't really started the review yet, so you're just in time. The thing that annoys me about this movie, and there's only one thing, and this movie should have been just a tiny bit longer, maybe 10 minutes longer, because when the movie starts, Thanos already has a stone, a gem, whatever you want to call them. And then it's explained through dialogue later on. And I think that was a little cheap to do. I wanted to see everything. But that's the only thing. So pretty much you just got to read a comic book if you want to see the prelude to Infinity War and that. So that's the only spoiler I'm technically giving out. And it annoyed me. It really did. I was really excited to see the whole mission from Thanos' side. But it is a long movie, and you know what? Aside from that, I personally thought Dragon Ball Warcraft 64 was a great movie. I thought so. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years, and honestly, I can't. And the one thing another thing I'm gonna say actually is, I can already tell that if I go through comments, DC fanboys or Marvel fanboys are not just going to spoil this movie for people, which I don't even feel like spoiling, but they're going to bring up how terrible DC's doing and how they should learn and blah, 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 blah. Me personally, I don't care so much about the rivalry between the two. I care more about Nintendo versus PlayStation. That's the truth. No, I'm kidding. I really don't care about rivalry. The movie was 2.5 hours. Starts off really strong, ends really strong. The first two acts, or the first act and the third act are really strong. Second act, I'd say it was a little slow. Not much. The pacing was pretty good all around. I'm not going to complain about the movie whatsoever. I've got no bad things to say about this movie. Dragon Ball Warcraft 64. I'm kidding. I can't take the joke. Clearly, you have to see the movie to understand why I break up Warcraft and Dragon Ball and put them together. 64 is just because I thought that was funny. Don't hurt me. Um, because some of the characters they look like they're Warcraft characters, and I think John can testify to that if he's seen the movie. Um, Man, I wish I could spoil it, but I don't want to because this is a movie that you can't, unless you've seen it, you can't talk about it, really. All the actors do a phenomenal job, from Robert Downey Jr. to Sebastian Stan, I think. I don't know his name. Winter Soldier. Everybody did a phenomenal job. Thanos. I think I could talk about everybody who is in the movie, all the heroes and everything, but we've seen them for 10 years. We've seen them. We've got a little taste. Thanos here and there, maybe twice, 2, 3 times before. But how does he do? How does Josh Brolin do, considering he had this movie and he has Deadpool? Because considering that they had to make him good, he was good. I'm very impressed. Some plot twists that I'm happy about. There was one thing I was worried about, and they did not do it. Honestly, if they would have done that one thing, I would be disappointed. And unfortunately, here's the dilemma that the movie has on its own. Unless you've seen if you haven't seen every single Marvel movie from Iron Man to this point, you're not going to like the movie. I mean, you could still like the movie, but there's a lot of references and a lot of build-up that has come up to this. And I'll give you an example. No word of a lie, at the end of the movie, this girl who is about 7 or 10 years old, very young to be in this movie. Also, it kind of surprised me, but it made a point that it definitely, unless you know absolutely nothing that is going to happen, if you know that there's more Marvel movies that are coming, then you'll be excited. And why I say this, which I just probably confused a whole bunch of you who was watching the review afterwards, if you've been up to date with all the Marvel movies, you're good. You're set. You don't need any more proof of that. But yeah, there was a little girl who literally said, "That's how you make a bad movie." And she stormed out. The sentence was a little longer, but she was so frustrated because the movie just abruptly ends. It lands on a really big cliffhanger. And I don't think she's seen the other movies. She was with her friends. And it's sad because how do I put that? How do I put it into words? Well, I can't. It's a phenomenal, it's a colossal, it's a titanic it's a movie. It's an actual movie. Like, it blew my mind. I didn't want to leave the seat. Oh yeah, and they have only 2 songs in this movie, which I was surprising. They have the Avengers music, and they have the Wakanda music. No surprise if you've seen the trailer. I want to keep talking about the movie, but I don't want this review to keep going too long. The Russo brothers, actors did good. Josh Brolin did amazing. It's funny, I think about the Goonies days, and he's really grown up as an amazing actor from being young K to this. Blows my mind. And this definitely is part 1 of part 2. Hands down. And now we only have like 3 movies left until phase 3 is done. The movie does have a little bit of, but after everything, after the 2.5 hours of you sitting there in the seat, watching all this amazing action, it blows your mind. You know, it doesn't surprise me that they managed to do it, but I'm very satisfied. I can't, in my wildest dreams growing up, on the verge, I'm happy I didn't quit the superhero movies. I'm happy I didn't, because at one point I was going to quit, but I didn't quit. I'm happy. I'm happy I'm a part of this generation of movies. Honestly, just go out and see it. If you're watching the review after, just go out and see it. I'm giving this, and it's a stretch. It'll be my first time ever giving this type of rating to anything. You know, not even The Last of Us got this. I wouldn't. And I'm not doing this because it's irony and it's been 10 years, but it's almost, yeah. I'm giving this a 10. I'm honestly giving this a 10. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I think once phase 3 is done, it's going to be hard to definitely make movies like this. It's definitely my top. It's my number one Marvel movie now. I think it beats all the others. Winter Soldier is like second. Doctor Strange is third. Ant-Man is fourth. And Avengers is fifth. I'll be honest. You know, I like those movies a little more than that. Even Guardians too, I really enjoy. But anyways, it's not about those movies. One day I'll review. But yes, go out and see this movie. Go. What are you doing? Stop sitting down. It's Friday. Go out during the weekend if you have to. Maybe the tickets are sold. Find a theater. Sit your butt down and enjoy this. Actually, you got to get caught up if you haven't seen any of the Marvel movies. What are you doing? Get caught up. Go watch them. There's like 18 that you have to get caught up on. Anyways, thank you for watching, John. Thank you for watching, whoever watches it after. And subscribe, dislike, and comment if you're new. And bye. Oh yeah, and there's a posting credit at the very end. Well worth it. Although I thought it was a commercial for a second, a car commercial, and I'm not so going to stop that. Alright. Where's the exit button? Okay. I don't know how to turn it off. Alright, bye guys.